This video is called How to Be Financially Free. If that sounds like a big topic, it's because it kind of is, but it actually isn't as hard as you think. The main thing that you need to do is find out, what are your numbers? What are your numbers that is it going to require for you to not only survive, but to thrive in this world? If you live somewhere expensive like I do, then you're going to need a little bit more money. If you live somewhere cheap, you're going to need a little bit less money. Simple as that. And honestly, only you can answer this question because it's going to be dependent on the stuff that you like to do. So what is thriving in general is you get to do the things that you want to do every single day. And that's not only requires money, but it requires your health. So if you want to like hike every day, then you're going to be strong enough to hike every single day. If you want a gym membership somewhere nice, then you got to, have enough money to pay for that membership and also want to be able to leave your bed. If you're like 600 pounds, you're not going to be able to do this. So we know the baselines, you. How do we find out? How do we become financially free? So like I said, it's not about surviving because I could probably survive on $10 a day easily, sleeping outside, eating canned beans every single day. And that would be fine and probably pretty fun for a little while. But honestly, that's not what I want and probably not what you want. So let's skip over that. Let's say $300 a month is not enough for you unless you live in, I don't know, probably India. I don't really know where it would be. Somewhere else where things are cheaper and you can live outside, kind of stuff like that. But let's look at some ballpark. And I just want to tell you beforehand that I'm one of these guys that has like always been obsessed with making at least 10K a month. And I've been doing that for, I don't know, maybe 4 years I've had that goal. And it is super frustrating to not hit that goal. It's more frustrating to know that it was just my fault and not actually doing shit. Because I said I want to make 10K online per month, and I never got to that goal. And the reason I didn't do that is because I wasn't consistent on YouTube. It's because I wasn't putting out programs. I wasn't putting out courses. I wasn't doing the work. So I got exactly what I deserved. So I never actually got there. But in that time, I have cleared 10K a month for the last 5 months now. And that is just totally based on my actual career. As a nurse, as a travel nurse, I've easily made 10K a month. And honestly, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool to see more money coming in. But really, I don't think I need that much money. Because honestly, once you start making more money, Biggie said it best, man, or whoever the fuck said it, more money, more problems. Because you just have to pay for more shit most of the time. And then you want to pay for more shit because you got the money to pay for more shit. And it's crazy to still have that kind of broke mindset where it's like, I need to save all my money. And it's actually not a broke mindset. It's actually, I think, a wealthy mindset that most people do. But it gets greedy at some point. Like when you're uber rich and you're just trying to find more ways to make more monies and get more assets and stuff like that, it's just greedy. You don't need billions of dollars. Nobody really does. And most people don't have just that cash on hand. It's just all, the value of all their things, of all their assets versus their liabilities or debts. And that's net worth in a nutshell. So what do you need? Do you need 10K a month? I'm telling you right now, in Vancouver, I can do everything that I want, including rent, covering rent completely for me and my girlfriend, for probably about 5K. Everything, but that is paycheck to paycheck. And that's including my girlfriend not putting any money in. And that's not a lot of money. That's how much I make as a nurse, probably, because nurses don't make a lot of money here. But I can do everything I want. But that's also because I live in a place where you can do a bunch of shit outside. I don't have to go to the gym. I can just go outside, do calisthenics over here. I can run around the beach. I can go swimming. I can do all the stuff that I want to do. And of course, I've already bought a lot of the stuff that I have that I could like to do. So find your number. Find exactly what you want to do. Write up your perfect day. What does your perfect day look like? It might be waking up, going to the gym, going to get a coffee, going for lunch with your friends, going to the bar with your friends, whatever it might be. Write down your perfect day, the day that you would do every single day. Or write your perfect day, weekday, and then write your perfect weekend day. And then calculate how much you need. You don't have to live every single day is your perfect day. But if you do that, you're going to have a better idea of what you need. I'm telling you right now, you do not need as much money as you think because you don't need to be doing shit all the time. You don't need to be spending money all the time because spending money is not going to buy you happiness. Having a lot of money in your bank account gives you the relief and happiness that you have it there. But even then, it's never going to feel like enough. And that's the annoying part. It's like, I'm making all this money and I was kind of getting through it. It's like, well, if I stop travel nursing, and I'm not making money online already, then I'm going to go back from making, plus 10K a month to less than that. And that's going to really hurt. It's going to be kind of depressing, but that's okay because I know how much I need. I know how much I need to have a fun, thriving lifestyle. And that requires me. So let's go for me, for example. What's my perfect day look like? Wake up, have some coffee. I like my instant coffee at home, so I don't have to do much. Go work out. Gym membership here, probably about $30 a month. Super easy. Go work out. Come home, have like a smoothie or something like that. So whatever that's going to cost me if I make it at home, super cheap. And then, go hang out with friends for a bit, maybe go for lunch. That might be another $30. Either way. And then I'll come back home, I'll take a nap maybe, and then I will go and train again, or I'll work, or I'll do something that's going to, get the ball forward. And that might be making YouTube videos, which is absolutely free to make, and kind of building a business or looking at my budget or looking over just doing life admin shit. And overall, I think all of that, which I currently already do, I'm living my dream life. I don't need a new car. I love the car that I'm in. And because of that, I don't need much. But until you make a lot of money, until you experience it for yourself, you don't know how much you need. Because we're all being pushed to consume more. And in order to consume more, you need to have more money. And if you have more money, then you can do this, and you can buy the thing that you want. You can get more toys, you can get whatever. And honestly, none of that shit really matters. If you know exactly what you want to do every day, and that might be to wake up, work on your business, go to the movies, and eat out 3 times a day. Okay? You got that. Get your number, see what that example looks like. And once you have that example, then you can actually build on that. Okay? And so once you have built down that, then you can actually see how much you got. And so once you got that, once you know your number, whatever it is, it might be more. It might be more than 10K because you might be like somebody that's materialistic or wants to ball out like that or lives somewhere expensive. Or if you live somewhere alternatively cheap, it could be like $2,000 or $3,000 a month. That's all you need. And then once you find a way to make that money, you save your emergency fund. Emergency fund, they say, is like 6 months to a year of expenses in case you lose both your legs or you can't work or you can't do anything like that. So 6 months to a year. And if you're making 5K a year or 5K a month, or 5K a month is what your number is, then yeah, that's going to be like 60K for an entire year, which is a lot of money to save, but is absolutely doable. So what you ideally want to get to is you want to get to a place where you make a lot of money and you don't need to spend a lot of money to live your ideal dream life. So I'm going to make like a series about kind of just like balling out with like very little money, like going to Walmart type shit, like where you don't actually have to do fancy shit, but you can look fancy, you can feel fancy, you can have high status, you can be attractive, you can do all these things. Because I think that's important. And I think so much shit is overpriced, and especially now, like gas is so fucking expensive. The economy's going to shit. Bitcoin's down, so it's time to buy, might I remind you. And so people don't really know. So if you know how to allocate your money well, you can live like a king on a peasant's salary, okay? Once you can do that's actually a pretty good title too. Living like a king on a peasant's salary. Anyways, I'll make a course or something like that on that. Just a free one on YouTube. But once you find your number, find a job that gets you there. And I'm going to recommend you some jobs on what to do. So if you're going to university, whatever you're doing, unless you know the exact job that you're going to get or like you're already in the pipeline of getting that job, I recommend if you're going to go to university, do nursing, dental hygienist, something like that gets you a good paying job right out of the gates. I say nursing because though we don't make a lot here in Vancouver, if you do travel nursing, which is completely available, you can go to the States and make a lot of money. And that's always good. And it's fun and allows you to experience and travel the world. So that's cool. So I will always recommend nursing to anybody, even if you don't fucking like healthcare, medical, anything like that. If you're going to go to university, at least find something that's going to get you a job, or just completely go off the deep end and just do it purely out of academic pursuits or research or anything like that. Because so long as you love what you're doing. But if you want a job that's going to get you to where you want to, that's going to get you the financial goals to survive and thrive and do whatever you want, then I highly recommend nursing. I'll make more videos about nursing too, because I think it's really overlooked, and And I think more dudes need to be in it because it's such a good way to make more money. And I mean, I see a lot of dudes in nursing now, which is super sick. And they're all just like young chads, dude. It's awesome. They like are energetic and like they're making good money and they have good hearts. You know, not all of them do. Not all nurses, not all doctors are all good people. That's not true. But it is something that it's a good trait to have, to want to take care of people. So you find the job that gives you what you need. And then the next thing you got to do is you got to budget. You got to find your budget, find exactly how much you need for rent, bills, all your fixed things, your whatever that might be, your subscriptions, and then your average out your discretionary. So your discretionary is all the stuff like groceries, fuel, shopping, whatever. And then I might put a link in the description or in a comment for a budget that I use that I stole from Humphrey Yang, who's just that Chinese guy that makes like the best freaking financial videos on YouTube. I've been using it for like 4 years now, and it's just an incredible budgeting app. So budgeting is critical in your pursuit of financial freedom, because you're going to see your numbers grow. You're going to see your net worth grow. You're going to see your savings grow. You're going to see your investments grow. And also you are going to know where all your money is at and be able to remind yourself quickly that you are doing fine, that you are doing better than you need or better than you want. And you'll see, even the rates of percentage, like how much you're saving. Like, am I saving 50% a year? Am I saving 25% a year? And once you have that emergency fund, then go ahead and start investing. I'd recommend Bitcoin. I'm not going to say anything. You got to do your own research, but I've done my own research. I would recommend Bitcoin, and it is so fucking low right now. Oh my God. If you got money, do your research. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. Anyways, you can do S&P 500, nice and easy, cookie cutter shit. Do that. Bitcoin, easy, diversified, good. Investments. Once you have that dollar cost average, which just means you just put in the same amount every single week, no matter how high or how low it goes, you get fractions of whatever, and that's it. Investing is so fucking complicated. If you want to do the day trading shit, I'm not going to teach you how to do that because I have no idea how that fucking works. So as like a normal person who knows very little, but knows enough, I'm going to tell you just to invest in simple things. Do it every week. And only invest what you are okay with losing, okay? That's it. That's my financial advice on that. But yeah, do your own research. Don't listen to me. I'm just telling you what works for me in the least stressful, most return on investment type of thing that I've done. So you got your investments, you got your budget, you make enough money, you're saved, you got your emergency fund. And then that's basically it. That's honestly all it takes. And then ideally what you start to move towards is like, if you know what your ideal life is like, and it requires you to work more or requires you to work less because you want to do more shit outside of work, then you got to change your numbers, or you got to find jobs that pay you more and things like that. But really, it's not that deep. It's not that hard. If you want to eat fancy shit all the time and you want to spend a lot of money every single day, then you got to make more money. That's just as simple as that. But if you can have like a 30% savings rate every year, that's pretty fucking good. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. So if you're better than paycheck to paycheck and you're investing and you're saving every month, dude, you're doing fucking excellent. And if you're not, don't feel bad. No matter how old you are, you can get to the point where you are going to thrive, okay? Life is good. Money helps. You don't need 10K a month, most likely. And don't stress about what other people are doing. Stay in your own lane. Do what you got to do. Do the boring shit all the time. And, just stop consuming so much shit. Stop letting Amazon tell you what to buy. Don't let these little fucking gadgets and gizmos get you like losing all your money. It's not fucking worth it. So if you listen to all the stuff that I said here, I hope this helps. If you want a course on like, maybe just like a cleaner, tighter version of this, then I'll make one with like slides or some shit. But yeah, it's really not that hard. And once you make enough money, once you make more money, you're going to realize you don't need as much as you need. So always remember to rep the set. I'll see you in the next one.